Hello, my name is Sade Thornton. I have 4 wonderful children, and I would do anything to support my kids. Every day I had to call the homeless hotline, and they'd have no space for us. So we would be in my car, or we would be couch hopping at my sister's house. And I lived with my sisters, and it was bad, and I didn't want to go down that road again. So I said, it's time to put on my big girl shoes and hit the road. So I did it. I just drove 17 hours with all 4 of my kids in my Honda sedan. And we arrived in Columbus, because they was like, well, call child services and see what they could do, see if they could watch the kids. So I called them, and they told me, I said, well, I need to go to the hospital. I'm in a lot of pain, and I really need to go to the hospital. And they was like, well, you could bring us the kids, and once you give us the kids, you sign up all your rights. I said, what? And she said, you sign up all your rights. I said, but I'm just going for a little bit. I just need to get checked out. I said, thought that serious. And she's like, no, you sign up all your rights. She said, and once you sign up all your rights, I said, but once I get out, what's going to happen? She said, you got to take parenting classes to get my kids back. And I said, how long would that be? She said, it could be months. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. And I reached out to my village for help because I was going through a horrible pain. I needed help with someone to watch my children, and I reached out to my wonderful village. I call them the Wonderful Village because they really were angels sent from heaven.
It's really brave to see her to reach out, say, I need help, and hand your kid off to strangers.
God is in hard things and meets us there, and we live in a really broken world. So I guess it's made me like, I think I really thought some wrong things about God, that even when circumstances aren't what I want them to be, God is still good.
Yeah.
And that was a hard thing to realize, that I had that wrong theology, but really beautiful too. It makes you really think that the tears that have been shed weren't wasted, and that God is still good in those times.
Yeah.
I think you are one of the most resourceful people I've ever met.
Everybody said that.
I mean it. There's a resiliency to you that is, God has given me these 4 beautiful girls, and I am going to take care of them very well.
That's how I feel. I feel comfortable because that's how Soraya is to me. She feels like independent, take charge, win the chart, win the husband.
Her and I did understand each other, and I think it is that.
And she loved when you did her hair.
Yeah.
She's like, it didn't hurt when Miss Jess did it. I was like, you know what? Well, then you can call Miss Jess. And I said, you can call Miss Jess up and you can have her do your hair
she could come
tonight.
and do her hair.
And I said, you can have her come and do your hair. And then she get up. Well, what's her number? I said, I don't have her phone number.
But I think you asking me that and trusting me, I don't know, it made me feel like, we're friends.
I like the openness. You guys are very open. And I like how you guys lead with God all the time. I love that.
Yeah.
God is first.
Yep.
In everything. You put God in my kids' life. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that seed that you planted in them. I wanted it's taking root. I can start seeing in Soraya because she talks about him more. If you need refuge, God is your refuge.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. It was also, I think, for my kids and for me, we come from really different backgrounds, and we could still connect and be community for each other, even though our backgrounds are really different. It just is such a blessing to our family.
Yeah.
I had in my mind, like, I want to do this because I want to serve and love, but I did not have a category for the blessings that our family would receive from it.
Yeah.
Just watching our kids selflessly give because they love these children, and watching them grow in their faith in that has been so beautiful. I wouldn't trade it for anything. And if you're a person that is like, I'm not sure we could do that,
I don't know. I just think that the blessings that we have seen in our own children and in our family are worth, a hard thing.
I think that this is a vital ministry of the church. I think that if you're not, serving the widows, orphans, and the poor, this is a practical way to serve people who are in need, to take a step of faith, rely on Jesus. But even more than that, it's, I guess we said before, it's opportunities to share the gospel with your friends and neighbors in the most, natural, normal conversation.
There is something that's so healing about this type of ministry, and I mean healing like citywide. Like, this is a great need in our city, and it's such a way that the church can fill a need. And that part is really sweet to think that, like, if this spreads, like, how many families will have healing and community because of this ministry.
Only thing I see when my kids from my village come back, they're smiling too much. And then I'm smiling too much. And then I'm happy, and I'm on the phone with my sister I'm with her, and I'm like, oh, I love my village. I want to take my village all over the world. But I really do wish that your group, your organization was everywhere, because there's so many people who need help.